maybe setting a new flag up here. Yeah, I think we are. See, we're kind of set up here to I think it's setting itself up for a run. If you look at the let's just throw, let's see, what do we have here? Those are fibs. I don't want a fib. Let's do parallel channel. Okay. I think we've got ourselves in a little channel here. It's sloppy, but don't know if I'm reading that right or not, but I think we are getting ourselves into a channel. And if I am reading that right, we are we're kind of consolidating. If you see, I'm on the hourly chart here. Let's go to like the 2 hour. I mean, everything is pointing up. I mean, we're in a bull market, so of course it's pointing up. But we got a green dot here forming on the 1 hour of market size. Oh wait, it might have formed. No, it formed. Money flow is going into the green on the 1 hour. Let's see. On the 2 hour, money flow has not gone into the green yet, but it's headed that way. 3 hour. Looks like we never got out of the money flow. 4 hour. Let's do the 1 day. Yeah, the VWAP's going back up. 2 day. Yeah, I mean, this looks like it's primed to take off. I'd probably wait. I probably at this 200 hour, that 310, that's going to continue to move up. I think we've got a little bit more before it takes off, but it's definitely priming itself for it. Some interesting stuff in the news today. We've got, looks like, let's see, what does this guy say? Yeah, Bitcoin remains well supported above 400,000. We know that. Gold prices rebound from December lows, gathering just shy of 1%, which is kind of interesting that they're both kind of moving in tandem. I do want to show y'all kind of on my non-account. This is, okay, perfect. That's what I wanted to do. So if you see here, I'm trying to, whoops, there we go. And let's spread this out. Okay. This line right here, that's where I have a position, $2,200 position at 319.76. And then I've put a staggered extra 2,000 down here. So if it drops down and hits one of these points, that's 20 separate entries, so that it continuously drops that cost basis down. So as that cost basis drops, then and these fill, I'll start putting sell orders above that. I'm only going to make fractions of a percentage doing that. I mean, I'm going to make fractions of a percent, but if you can see on this trade, I'm already up $40. Realize that's what I've pulled out of it. And if you, let's see, does this say? You can see here where I bought in, I sold here 640. a little bit above. Let's see, there's some cancels in there. Let's get down to the fills. I canceled a whole bunch to reset up some orders. Okay, so there you go. I sold at 325, 324, 324, 324, 323. These were all sells of small amounts, only $40 per sell, but they were all profitable, just a fraction. There's I sold 98, I sold 136, 40, so on and so forth. But if we go further back, you can see I bought 317, 317, it's just constantly 314, 318, 3, and so these are all small amounts I bought. By doing this, what I've done is I created this ladder effect. If it goes down, I get more, and as soon as I get more, because I'm not going to sell off, I'm kind of keeping my base at 2,000. I'll start opening a ladder ups, because I had a ladder up this morning, and that's what you saw a minute ago. That kind of these little red arrows indicate where I had a bunch of sells actually execute this morning. Now let's look at the challenge portfolio. We're at 350 in here. Our speculation, we have 58, which means we're at 409 plus another 42 here. So we're still well above 10% gain in this portfolio. I think it's going to stay there. There's some good political news that occurred. Silk Road founder Ross Ulbricht was pardoned by President Trump. So what does this mean? Most people don't know anything about this guy, but here's the deal. He set up a site called Silk Road where people could buy and sell products. It just happened to be that people were buying and selling drugs and using Bitcoin for the transaction. And he went to jail for that because he owned the site. It was way overreached by the Justice Department. They sent him to jail, I think, for 2 life sentences. It was something crazy. Okay, here we go. A founder in 2015 was sentenced to life in prison without possibility of parole. Yeah, so there was no way he was ever going to get out. He was going to spend the rest of his life in jail for setting up a website that other people did illegal activity on. He didn't do illegal activity. He just set up a website so that you could sell product and transact in Bitcoin. It was really kind of the first, it was the Amazon startup. It was the first online store that you could transact with Bitcoin. This is a real good sign that President Trump is going to be pro crypto. We'll see. I'm if any of you know me, I reluctantly voted for the guy. I'm not the biggest Trump fan, but he was definitely the better candidate. He did well in his presidency before, and the things that I care about the most, which are the constitutional rights that are there, which are the first, second, third, fourth, those rights that are given to us. I care about those most, and I don't care about war. So he did protect both. Some could say that he didn't protect our rights when they did the lockdown, but let's be real. The governors did the lockdowns. That's why some states like South Dakota never locked down. It continued to run the entire time. Florida opened up and California didn't. The governors were the ones really responsible for that, and they were doing it based off the recommendation that came from Trump's panel, which included Fauci. So Fauci was really the architect of the lockdowns, not Trump. Trump was just a bumbling idiot about healthcare, and he just kind of agreed with the premise. And so that's how we ended up with lockdowns. I think he did a lot wrong when it came to COVID, but we've never had anything like that. So I can't necessarily blame him because I'm not sure anybody would have done it right. I think DeSantis did okay. I think Kristi Noem did great. But I think it was mostly by accident because everybody was trying what they thought was right. I don't think it was any one person would have been better than someone else. Okay, well, outside of that, I think we're doing good. Let's see what today brings. I think we may have some action on XRP today. I'm hoping we get some action on Bitcoin today. Bitcoin's sitting here riding up here above the value area high that on this, and as long as it stays up here, I think we're good. If it drops back down in here, I think we're going to come all the way back down to 95, possibly even as low as 90. But, and as you can see, when it dropped back down below here, it came down to the purple line here, which is the area of control. It stayed along that line before it popped back up to the value area high, came back down. It tested, tried to go to the value area low. Oh, actually, it passed the value. This is the value area low right here. It came down, tested outside of it, came back. It's like a magnetic pull to the purple line. Then it came back out, came back. Then it broke out, and it's staying above here. So we may be having some new points on this chart soon to look at when we spread this out and we look at what Market Cipher is telling us. Market Cipher is telling us that the VWAP popped out, then it popped back in, and I can't really see that money flow. Looks like money flow is still in the red, so it's not going in yet. Got a little red dot here for me. Let's see what happens. But we'll continue to monitor this. I'll update the sheet later. Real quick, let's look at the liquidations and see what it's saying. Because I do a lot of trading just off this heat map. We may go up. Look at all that energy up there. It's much more energy up there than down below. Go down to Model 1. I usually use Model 3 more. There is some... Oh, this thing. When I scroll the mouse across it. Let's see. We have some energy down here, which is 102, and then we have some energy at 108. We may see a bounce off of 102 to clear this out, because it's going to liquidate some people and also scare some other people out of the market. It may even drag all the way down here to 100 today. Yeah, I think we're going to see a little bit of come down here, clear some of this out. There's just too much energy down here for the big investors. I think we'll see that happen. So we may see a bounce down and then a bounce back up. And just so y'all can see how I do that, you saw how I've got XRP. Actually, it looks like I did have one hit. There's a little green arrow. Let's open this up and let's look at Bitcoin. And you can see in Bitcoin, I have a bunch of buy orders in too. All the way down to, I think 98 might be my low one. I can't remember what I set up, but as those trigger, then I'll just plop them up here to buy or to sell, and buy, sell, buy, sell. I'm not trying to make a lot per trade. I'm just trying to make something per trade. But this XRP is really where I'm playing the game. It's done me very well over the past several weeks. I've closed the trade and been up. Close the trade, go up. In fact, I'm down right now. I was like, in fact, I might close it and go up now, but I closed for a loss. I don't want to do that. Other than that, see y'all later.